Tanya. Welcome to your Vinyasa flow this morning. You don't need much, just a mat and some water near you. If you are feeling a little bit tight in the hips, I suggest maybe grabbing a couple of books or a couple of blocks if you have to support your knees. But we're going to start in our Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring your feet to the front of the mat, soles of the feet together. Let the knees flop out as you gently relax yourself back down onto your mat. Lovely. So it's a really easy position, relaxing the head back down, and then finding a nice, comfortable distance between your heels and your hips. So you want to feel a little bit of a stretch, but nothing too painful. Once you've found a nice position, gently close your eyes. Feel that grounding through your shoulders as they relax down into the mat. And feel the heaviness across your pelvis as your hips gently start to open. So a really nice passive hip opener. And we're focusing a little bit on the hips and the hamstrings today. So allow an easiness through the body now as we start to take some deeper breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe bringing your hands to your belly. As we start to feel the belly reach up towards the ceiling as you breathe in. And relax back down to the mat as you breathe out. Allowing this beautiful rush of clean air to sweep through the body with every cycle of breathing. Feel those ribs expand to the sides of the room. And draw back in together. Looking for a nice, easy, sustainable breathing pattern today. See if maybe you can balance out your inhalations and exhalations. Just using that evenness in the breath as a concept throughout your practice as you try to balance out the body as well. The shapes we make never have to be the same on both sides, but you want to have the same intention of stretching, the same intention of effort, to find that balance through the body. Give yourself another 3 rounds of breath here. Allowing that pattern of breath to really settle into the body, something to be consistent, something to be maintained, something that can easily be returned to. And then on your next breath in, gently draw those legs together, maybe using the hands if you need a little bit of help. Keep those knees glued together as you shuffle your feet out to the edges of the mat. So it's knees in, feet out. And if you're using the playlist, now is the time to switch it on. As you stretch those arms out nice and wide, make a capital T shape, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release both knees down to the right, feeling a little bit of a twist through the spine, a stretch through the hip. Nice deep round of breath here. Inhale those knees up to the center. And exhale to release them down to the left. It's your first opportunity to really check in with your body and see how different the two sides of the body feel, especially through the hip We inhale back to the center, draw the knees together, and then scoop that right knee into the chest as you send your left leg long and away. Drawing that right knee slightly out for your wind removing pose. It's an easy round of breath here. As we move from here into our figure of four, bend that left leg. Right ankle finds the left thigh. As you reach through to see if you can grab the back of that left thigh. A gentle pressure of that right elbow into the right leg. Feel that stretch along the back of the right hip into the glute. And then from here, we're going to revisit our twist. Keep the exact figure of four shape with your legs. Stretch your arms out into that T again. Drop your left foot down to the mat. And then take the entire shape of your legs over to the left. So you're almost feeling like you're standing on that floor with that right foot. Right knee's pointing up towards the ceiling. Feels more comfortable, you can let it collapse down for more of a stretch into the outside line of that right hip. Using a little bit of core connection, roll yourself back into that figure of four into the center. And then we're going to swap legs, scoop that left knee into the chest, slice that right leg away. Left knee up and slightly out towards that armpit. Feel a little bit of compression into that hip. And then find your figure of four from here. Plant that right foot, left ankle finds the right thigh as you reach through and find your grip on that right leg. A little bit of a flex through that top foot. There should be no pain into that knee. A gentle pressure into that left leg, maybe with the left elbow. Just one more round of breath here. And then we move into our twist. Release the hands, taking them wide. Legs stay in the same shape. Right foot comes down to the mat. And then we twist over to the right. Try not to hit anything. As you stand on the floor with your left leg. So keeping those shoulders grounded into the mat. You want to feel that shoulder gill at the back really connecting with the mat. Last breath in. And then use that exhale to pull navel into spine as you roll yourself back to the center. This time scooping both knees into the chest. Give yourself a small rock from side to side. And then as long as there's no pain in the back, a few rocks forward and back. Building up some momentum. As we then make our way onto our all fours, rolling over the shins or swinging the legs around. It's entirely up to you, whatever feels most comfortable. As we come to line up those wrists and those shoulders, the knees and the hips, take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, start to curve through that tailbone, around the spine, push those shoulders up towards the seat. Inhaling to start arching through the back and look forward. Take these long, conscious rounds of breath to move through the spine. Not just through your cat-cow, but starting to add some lateral movement as well, waking up the sides of the body, stretching into the intercostals. As you sway the hips, looking back towards your ankles. And once you feel comfortable, start to add some circles into the shoulders, some circles into the hips. Really finding whatever movement is going to suit your body best this morning. So if you want to dig those toes, bring the weight back to stretch into the feet, depending on what you've been doing or not doing. It's a perfect time. Find the movements that are going to work best for your body today. Taking another 3 rounds of breath here, evening out whatever you've done on the other side. Take one last round of breath like that. As we come back to settle in our neutral spine, it's a small tuck of the tailbone and a small exaggeration of the rounding through the tops of the shoulders. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, dig those toes. Keep the shape of your body. All we're doing is just hovering those knees a few centimeters off the mat. Strong into the arms, long breath. And then we're going to take ourselves up into our downward facing dog and push the chest back towards the thighs. Wrapping those armpits down. And for the first round, just pad out those legs a little bit, really stretch into the back line of the body. Both heels down towards the ground. We're going to rock forward, come down, and hover those knees again. So the belly button into spine, ribs together. Keep the round through the tops of the shoulders. And all the way back into your downward facing dog. We've got one more round like that. Rock yourself forward. Hover those knees. You keep doing that while I take my jersey off. So you're really going to pull those ribs together. Keep your breathing nice and long, nice and controlled. Holding for another 3, 2, 1. Take yourself up into your downward facing dog. That strong upside down V shape. Reaching the heels towards the floor. Depending on how much space you have, just negotiate that. We're going to take our right leg back up for a 3-legged dog. And then see if you can release that left hand to reach back towards your left ankle for a 2-legged dog. So a nice strong balancing posture to start. Finding a single point of focus, and then hand down, leg down, find your find your downward facing dog. Moving on to the other side, left leg reaches up, grounding through the left hand, right foot. See if you can reach your right hand back towards your knee, towards your shin, whatever you can, belly button in. Holding for another 3, 2, 1, and release back to your downward facing dog. We're going to walk our feet to the top of the mat, making sure they're hip distance apart, so it's a nice generous bend into the knee. Relax the head, a small twist, bring your left hand underneath your face, and draw that right hand up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breath in, and exhale, release down. Over to the other side, right hand stays down, left arm reaches up. As much of a bend in the knees as you need. And release yourself down. Keeping those soft knees, take a breath in. And exhale to roll the body up. Keeping it round through the spine as you come all the way up. And roll those shoulders out. Nice. Stepping to the top of your mat. Bring your toes together and your heels slightly apart. Hands to the heart center, uniting our breath, connecting with this Myotopia family of ours. It's a deep breath in. And let it sigh out. One more like that, in through the nose. And let it sigh out. Uniting movement and breath now all together. Take a deep breath in, sweep those arms up to your high mountain. Exhale to fold forward over those thighs, keep as much of a bend in the knees as you. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Long exhale, plant those hands, step a hop back into a high or a kneeling plank. It's entirely up to you as you lower down. Find your cobra, or maybe push into the tops of the feet if your back is feeling comfortable through upward facing dog. Rolling yourself back as you find your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, reach that right leg back behind you. Exhale, come forward, shoulders stacked over wrists, right knee touches right elbow. And inhale, send it back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, come forward, knee to nose, around the spine. Inhale, send it back. Right knee to left elbow, twist, keep it high. Full in triangles, scoop that right foot through onto the edge of the right foot. Left foot grounds. Left arm reaches. Hips are staying nice and high. Left hand down, 3-legged dog, right leg sweeps back behind you. As we come into our runner's lunge, right foot steps to the outside of the right hand. So you want to keep that right knee nestled into your shoulder. We've got 4 or 5 rounds of breath here. So at any point, you're welcome to drop that back knee. At any point, you're welcome to see if you can pad yourself down onto your forearms. Really allowing that hip opening wherever you feel comfortable. And if you're comfortable in the knee, you're welcome to bring slight pressure into the thigh and open out gently. So keeping another 2 rounds of breath here. Collarbones are still shining forward no matter where you are. Dig those back toes, raise the back knee if it isn't already. We're going to take a breath in, reach forward with the crown of the head. Exhale, find your wide pyramid as you try to straighten into both legs. So the right foot is still on the outside of the right hand. Inhale, come forward, bending into your runner's lunge again. And exhale, send it back. Just 2 more rounds of breath like that. Finding that dynamic opening into the hips, that dynamic stretch. And on your last one, we're going to find a wide pyramid. So we're really trying to swing that left hip forward, both hands down. Feel free to hop that back left foot in if you feel a little bit more stable. So it's a little bit more difficult to square off your hips than a normal pyramid with your foot between your hands. But it's all about opening into the hips, keeping that long spine, and trying to reach the nose down towards, well, the space where your knee would be if it was between your legs. Give yourself another 2 rounds of breath here, really working into the hamstring on the right side. And then you're going to bend into that right leg, shuffle the left foot back a bit. Find your Skandasana, adjust your right foot so your weight is down on that right foot to the top of the mat. Left toes turn up. Hands to the heart center or fingertips down, it's up to you. We move to the back of the mat, keeping the weight slightly forward. We move to the front. One last time to the back. Sweeping yourself to the front, find a reverse warrior, right foot down, left foot down, and reach up and back. So you want to be grounded through the back blade of that left leg, bending into the right, knee in line with the ankle, and reaching that right arm up and back. Sink those hips. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle, right forearm finds that thigh as the left arm sweeps up and over. So you're trying to bring your chest through, opening up through that left armpit. Maybe your right hand floats in front of the ankle, it's entirely up to you. Maybe you've got a half or a full bind in your practice that you feel comfortable with already. Drop those hips for one last round of breath. Up into your warrior 2. Windmill those hands down either side of the front foot as we square up our hips and find a standing split. So you're at the top of your mat, your right foot is down, your left leg is lifted. Maybe staying here, maybe challenging the balance to bring your right hand to your right ankle. Nestle that elbow behind. Maybe you feel comfortable enough to bring both hands to that right ankle. Bring the work into the waist to really stabilize you. Give yourself 2 rounds of breath here. Release your fingertips down. Take a deep breath in with your left leg in the air. Exhale, bend into the right knee. Bring that left leg behind the right. And then inhale, stand up. Exhale, small little squat into that right knee. Inhale, back into your standing split. Last one. And straighten out. We're going to find a low lunge, bend into that right knee, send the left leg long. Keep your body low as you walk your hands to the left edge of your mat. And find your prasarita, your wide leg forward fold. So just a few rounds of breath here. You're pigeon toeing your feet so your toes are slightly in. Trying to release the crown of the head down towards the mat. Nice deep belly breath. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale halfway, lift, beautiful flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Low lunge to the back of your mat. So you're just turning to face that left foot. Hands either side of your left foot. As we come into a three-legged dog, left leg sweeps back behind you, nice and high. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come forward, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, left knee to the nose, round the spine, and send it back. Finally, use that right elbow, keep it high as you find your fallen triangle. Ground through the right foot, reach that right arm up. Hips high. Right hand down, three-legged dog. Left leg reaches. As we find our runner's lunge, left foot to the outside of the left hand. So you might feel completely different on this side. You might want to drop the knee. You might want to raise it. See what works best for you here. Maybe releasing down onto your forearms. But taking 4 long rounds of breath to really stretch into that right hip flexor. An easy release into the neck. Keeping those back toes tucked or untucked for this first movement. And then moving from here, dig those toes, raise your back knee, take a breath in as you shine those collarbones forward. Exhale, send those hips back for your pyramid pose. Inhale, rock forward, look forward. And exhale, send it back. 2 more rounds like that. Bending and straightening. And then on your final round, we're going to stay in that pyramid pose, send the hips back, pop that right foot in, and swing that right hip forward. So you want both hip bones shining to the back of your mat. And have the same distance between your feet as you did on the other side if you hopped your foot in. Nice long spine until you gently curve into that neck. We've got 2 more rounds of breath here. Keep encouraging that right hip forward. You want to square those hips off. And then we're going to meet in a skandasana. Weight down onto the left leg so you're at the back of your mat with the right toes turning up. Find your hand placement to the heart or fingers down. Move to the back of the mat. Left toes turn up. Sorry, to the front. Now to the back. Right toes turn up. Last one. And then to the back of your mat, find your reverse warrior, grounding into the left foot, pushing into the back leg of the right foot, and reach up and back. So you're facing the back of your mat with your weight down onto that left leg, pushing into the back blade of that right foot. Inhale, come up, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle, left forearm down. Right arm sweeps up and over. Keep shining the heart through. Keep dropping a little into the hips. If you found that variation of hand in front of the ankle on the other side, give it a try here. Or maybe a half or a full bind. Just trying to keep that idea of evenness into the body. Open chest. Warrior 2, sweep yourself up. Windmill the hands down either side of the left foot. Drag those right toes in, and it's your standing split. Okay, so right leg up. I'm going to hit my head against the wall, but that's all right. That'll be right leg up. Nose is reaching towards that left knee. Maybe the left hand finds the left ankle. Maybe you're feeling comfortable on the side for both hands. Ooh, not for me today. Give yourself 3 rounds of breath to keep encouraging that right leg up into the air. Release your fingertips down if they aren't there already. Take a deep breath in. We exhale, bend into the left leg, squeeze the right knee behind it, a little bit of a squat, and inhale, stand up. Exhale to bend, and inhale, stand. Last one, bend into your squat. Find your standing split. Low lunge as you bend into that left leg. Keep your body low, prasarita, toes in, and head relaxes down. So your second round of this, you might feel a little bit more comfortable, bringing the crown of the head down towards the mat. If you have any variations of the hands, if you'd like to find the ankles, or interlace the hands behind the back and send them over the head, you're more than welcome to. We've got 3 rounds of breath here. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, beautiful flat back. Low lunge to the top of your mat again. Hands either side of that right foot. 3-legged dog, right leg sweeps back and into your downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Step up your feet to the top of the mat. Toes touching. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand all the way up. Sweep those arms to the sky. Hands to the heart. And let's roll the shoulders. We move again. Inhale to sweep up. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Moving into your kneeling or high plank. Releasing the body down. Finding your cobra or upward facing dog. And all the way back into your downward facing dog. Lovely. We move from here, sweeping the right leg back behind you. Oopsie, not to break anything. Moving into your fallen triangle straight away. Right knee to the left elbow. Stretch it out. Left hand up. You're going to pivot on your right hand, right foot. Step that left leg to the top of the mat. And stand all the way up. Do a single leg tadasana. Right knee into the chest. Arms reach up. From here, we pivot top down into our half moon. Slice that right leg away and reach towards the floor with that left hand. So you're trying to open your chest, stacking your right shoulder on top of the left, right hip on top of the left. If you have a chapasana, if you want to bend the knee, grab the foot. Now's the time. Releasing back into your half moon. We're going to find a warrior 3. Maybe a little bend and straighten of the knees. You square off the hips. Reach the arms forward. Fingers forward, toes back. Take a deep step back into your high crescent lunge. Lovely. So your left leg is forward. You're facing the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop that left hand for a twist as you reach the fingers out. Inhale up through the center. And exhale to the right. Inhale back up. Cactus those arms, little back bend, open the chest. Inhale to reach. We move into a pistol squat, right hand down. Sweep that right foot through as you grab it with the left hand. Let me adjust a little bit there. Lovely. Can you squeeze that right thigh into the left as you grab the foot with both hands? Strong into the ankle. With as much support as you need, we're going to move into a baby Hanuman. So flick that right leg in so you're on your right shin. So you've got left foot down, right shin under you. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, drop that right hand behind the hip. Push into the shin of the foot as you open the body up. Inhale through the center. And exhale over to the other side. You've got one more on each side. Right hand down, lift those hips up. Inhale through the center. Left hand down and up. Nice. Moving from here, both hands to the outside of the right thigh. You're going to pivot on that left foot. Unfold yourself into your standing split, facing the back of the mat. Give yourself a hop if you need. As we move through our vinyasa, walk the hands forward. Maybe you keep the leg up as you come down. Cobra or upward facing dog. And all the way back. Oh, guys, this is tiring. Nice. So you're in a downward facing dog, facing the back of your mat. We're going to move again from here. Left leg reaches up. Fallen triangle, left knee to the right elbow, bring it out. Pivot on that left hand, left foot. Right foot steps to the top of the mat. As you stand all the way up, oopsie, left knee into the chest. Finding your half moon from here, left leg reaches away from you. As you release right fingertips down to the mat and left arm up. Maybe you bend the leg. If you try it on the other side, definitely try here again. Gentle kicking of the foot into the hand. 2 more rounds of breath here. Release the foot, find your half moon. I'm going to have to cheat a little bit. Into your warrior 3, bring the chest up. Leg reaches back, arms reach forward. Really trying to square off those hips. And step back. Find your high crescent lunge as those arms reach up. So it's still that closed off hip position. Left hip is still pulling forward. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, drop that right hand. Twist into the body. Inhale up through the center. And exhale over to the left, keeping the depth of the legs. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, cactus, open the chest. Inhale, reach. Pistol squat, left leg comes through, grab it with the right hand, and sit down. Squeeze that left thigh into the right leg. See if you can bring both hands to that foot. And then again, with as much support as you need, we're finding our baby Hanuman. So it's left shin down, right foot down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left hand down, push into the shin, open the body. Inhale, come through the center. And exhale over the other side, just releasing into the hips in the back. Once more each way to the left. And down. To the right. And down. Both hands to the outside of the left leg. Pivot on those right toes. Unfurl yourself. Standing split, left leg in the air. Hop back to the center if you need. Walk yourself forward. Maybe keeping that leg in the air as you release down. Cobra or upward facing dog. And all the way back into your downward facing dog. Look between the hands. Step up your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale stands you all the way up. Feel the reach through the fingers. Hands to the heart. And gently close those up. Giving yourself a few moments to breathe here. Feeling the difference in your body from when you started the practice, feeling the heat, feeling the fire. Gently open those eyes, and from here we move again. Through our sun salutation. Excuse me, inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift, find a flat spine. Moving back, kneeling or high plank. Lower down. Cobra or upward facing dog. Strong through those arms. And all the way back into your downward facing. Right leg reaches up, three-legged dog. We find our Trikonasana from here. Step that right foot between the hands. Ground that left foot. Raise the body up. 2 straight arms, 2 straight legs. Bump those hips back towards the back of the mat. Reach forward with those right fingers. And let that right hand find the front of the ankle. So if you're feeling very flexible, you're welcome to take that hand down to the mat. You want to bring a little bit more work into the waist, that hand is floating. Or if you really want to work into the waist, it's one hand by your ear and the other hand. Holding there for 2 rounds of breath. From here, we move into our revolved triangle. Bring that left hand down. Turn those back left toes in, so it's more of a pyramid pose with your leg. And bring that right hand up. You want to keep that twist through the body. So this is where it's uncomfortable for a lot of people. If you'd like to grab a block or some books to bring underneath your left hand, or staying on those fingertips, you're more than welcome to. Right fingers up towards the ceiling. Just one more round of breath here. Then we're going to take ourselves forward into a little bit of a lunge. Wiggle that left foot back. Raise the torso up, hands to the heart center. Revolved prayer lunge, bring your left elbow to your right knee. So you really want to be pushing into those hands to broaden through the chest, opening the body up. Lovely. We're going to see if we can move into a revolved warrior 3 now. So keep the connection between the left elbow, right knee. Pour the weight forward into that right leg. And see if you can raise that left leg up. Revolved Utkatasana, bring your feet together. Release the hands, reach up. We move into a full eagle from here, right leg reaches up. Scoop it around, see if you can hook that the right foot under. Right arm underneath the left. And sink yourself a little bit lower. So you want to bring those knees back to the center. If this is a bit much on your shoulders, we're holding hands back. We've got 2 more rounds of breath like that. Still facing the front of your mat. Release, stand up, single leg Tadasana, scoop the right knee into the chest, arms come high. Low flying warrior, arms come back. Sorry, airplane, leg comes back. All the way down, low lunge. Moving through your flow or meeting straight in downward facing dog. So taking a moment, we'll all meet now downward facing dog. Heels reaching down towards the floor, shoulders rolling away from the ear. To move from here, still facing the front of your mat. Left leg reaches up, 3-legged dog. Scoop it forward and between the hands. Right leg grounds, stand all the way up. This time bumping the hips back, the right hip back. Left arm forward to reach down and open the chest. So grounding through the 4 corners of both feet. Strongly pushing into the back blade of that right foot. Finding whichever variation of the arms worked for you on the other side. Hand down or floating or reach. Either way, the body is staying completely still. Revolve your triangle, right hand comes down. Turn those right toes in. And your left arm reaches up. Again, maybe finding some blocks or books or whatever. Staying on the fingertips. Nice long breath. Two more rounds of breath here. Strong work into the hamstrings and the hips. And then find your low lunge. Shuffle that right foot back. Torso comes up, hands to the heart center. Right elbow sweeps to connect with the left. So I won't keep us here for too long. Broaden through the chest. Pour your weight into that left leg. And raise your right leg up. Ooh, this side's not doing so well for me. Nice. Keeping that leg up. 2 feet together, revolved Utkatasana. Release, Stretch the arms up. Full eagle onto the left now. Bring the left leg up and over. See if you can hook the left foot again. Left arm under right. To do a little twisty with your arm. Maybe connect the hands and bring those knees back to the center. Nice. We've got 3 rounds of breath there. Release, standing up, single leg Tadasana. Arms come high. Float yourself back, airplane, chest parallel to the floor. Arms back, no lunge. And move yourself through your flow or meeting downward facing dog. Always an option to leave out the kneeling or high plank. The cobra or upward facing dog. All the way back to your downward facing. Look between your hands. Step a hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale finds you into your chair. Again, bend the knees, brush the fingers. Hands to the heart center. As you release all the way down, point your bum to the mat and find your Navasana. So you want to have shins parallel to the floor, legs up. Take a deep breath in with your hands to the heart center. Right elbow, left knee, we twist. And inhale to the center. Left elbow, right knee. And center. And we go. And in. Center for 3. And 3. Keep those legs up. 2. And 2. 1. And 1. Come back to the center, release the arms. Can you straighten the legs, straighten the feet? And roll over or swing your legs around. Find yourself in your downward facing dog. Moving easily from here, find your half pigeon. It's the right knee that slides forward. Drop slightly out to the side of the right wrist. Chin comes as close to parallel to the top of your mat as you can. Making sure the hip, knee, and ankle are in line with the back. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, see if you can pad yourself forward to relax the head, neck, and shoulders down. Maybe they come all the way down to the mat. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you're up here. As long as you're feeling that stretch into the outside line of that right hip, we are absolutely. Relax the head, feel a little bit of a stretch into the back of the neck. Nice long breaths here. Calming down that heart rate a bit, reclaiming some of that rhythm of breathing that we started at the beginning of the practice. Giving yourself another 3 rounds of breath here. Start to raise the torso up. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Give yourself nice strong support here as you dig those back toes around the spine. Slide that right leg back for a 3-legged dog. Option to roll the hip out here. If you're feeling comfortable flipping your dog or taking a wild thing, pivoting on that left hand, left foot, drop the right toes down, raise the hips up. And then to move out of it, drop the hips, hand down, and 3-legged dog back from there. Both feet down, find your downward facing dog, nice and even. And we move on to the left, taking that left knee forward, drop it behind the left wrist. Line yourself with the back, take a nice deep breath in. And then see where you get to on this side. Still keeping the weight evenly through the hips. Making sure you're not dropping from one side to the other. And relaxing that head. While still feeling like you're not dropping too much of your weight down past those shoulders. You don't feel any pain into the joints. Take a nice deep belly breath. Let that belly reach down to the foot, down to the calf, down to the shin. Feel those ribs expanding. Give yourself another 3 rounds of breath. Yeah. Raise the torso up, strong into that front leg, strong into those arms. Take the back toe around the spine and take that left leg nice and high. I have to move to be able to do this. I'm going to break everything in my house. Finding your flip dog if you did on the other side. Left foot comes down. Raise those hips. Your left arm is up. Your right hand is down. Left hand down. Left leg up. And find your downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Step up your way through to the top of the mat. And then just find a nice comfortable seat as you stretch your legs out in front. Paschimottanasana, so you're seated forward fold. Both legs are straight or as bent as you need to be. Feet are flexed. Take a deep breath in, reach those arms up. And exhale, fold forward over those thighs. To grab wherever you can. Feet, ankles, shins, absolutely fine. If you find that that's still difficult and you've got your towel with you, hook it around your feet. And maybe you've got a little bit of purchase to bend those elbows and bring the chest down to the thighs. If you are using a prop, just make sure that even in your hands, you're not pulling one shoulder more than the other. Folding over those thighs. Just 2 more rounds of breath here. So take your next breath in and roll that body up nice and slowly. Scoot yourself forward, bend those knees. Reach between those knees as you take a deep breath in. And we're going to tip back through that spine, rolling slowly down one vertebra at a time, nice and controlled, until we release ourselves down to the mat. Just 1 round of back bending here, nice and even. If back bending is your idea of a nightmare, just stay with your feet wide and your knees in. First option is a bridge, tucking the tailbone, and raising those hips nice and high. Maybe interlacing the hands, shuffling them up a little bit high. Or if you're feeling very open into the shoulders, taking your full wheel. That's in your practice, you're welcome to go for it. A little bit of squeeze into the glutes, getting that work into the thigh. Take one last deep breath in. And tuck that tailbone, slowly roll yourself down to the mat. As we find our constructive rest, feet wide, knees in. And stretch those arms out to the side. Just taking a few rounds of breath here to let that spine feel nice and straight. From here, scooting those feet back together. Bring the right knee into the chest and stretch that left leg long. Supine spine twist, bring the left hand to the right knee. Bring that knee across the body as you look to your right and reach to your right. So still keeping those shoulders grounded onto the mat, that feeling of connectedness where we started our practice. Deep breath in. And exhale, roll yourself back to the center. Swapping over to the other side, left knee in, right leg long. This time it's the right hand that brings the knee across the body. You reach and look towards the left. One last breath in. And exhale, roll yourself back to the center. This time we scoop both knees into the chest. Small rocks from side to side and then settle back into the center. Bring your forehead up to your knees as you curl into a tight ball. See if maybe you can bring your eyes all the way into the knees. Take a deep breath in as you squeeze through the torso, squeeze through the legs. And exhale, release everything. Stretch yourself out along the mat to find your final Shavasana. Allowing those feet to relax out to the sides. Hands to rest either side of the hips. Allowing those eyes to close. As you gently take stock of your body once again. Feeling connected through the shoulder girdle at the back. As you feel your heart crack open. Feel connected through the pelvis, to the mat, to the earth. As you release any tension through your hips, your thighs, all the way through your calves, through the soles of your feet, the tips of your toes. Your body is supported, you are safe. Take this time to relax as much as possible. Gently start to take some deep breaths, bringing some movement back into your belly. Bring some movement back into your ribs. As you start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, moving up into your joints when you feel comfortable. And finally taking a full body stretch as you reach those arms back behind you. Feeling that stretch all the way through the armpit. Keep that right arm long and roll yourself over onto your right side so you cradle your head in your arm. Taking a few rounds of breath here in your fetal position. Before we gently move, using that top left hand to push yourself up to a nice comfortable seat. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Keeping those eyes closed. Take a moment to thank yourself for making your way onto your mat today. Your commitment to yourself and your practice. And as always, the biggest gratitude from myself and our My Utopia family for your constant support and love. It really does mean the world to us. Thank you for joining me this morning. Namaste.